And next on the clock on pick 28, or 29, sorry, where they traded with the... Who would have been picking here? 29. The Green Bay Packers. They traded pick 33 and 108. The Cleveland Browns have selected David Njoku, the tight end from the University of Miami. Clearly, they've had enough of Gary Barnidge and his one-year wonder, trying to get a dynamic playmaker here. David Njoku totally spells a pick for the future. I heard the draft people here saying that he's the kind of guy that when he's coming around to be and hit around that all-pro, I guess maybe not all-pro, but Pro Bowl potential, they'll probably have their starting quarterback in line, and he's going to be a big-time playmaker. Because let's be honest, Gary Barnidge is up there in age. He's no spring chicken anymore, so you need the next guy in line. And even now, with Gary Barnidge there in that starting lineup, you can at least use David Njoku on some 2 tight end sets. He's basically, you might even be able to get him line up at wide receiver occasionally, maybe in a Devin Funchess role, kind of how he's used down there in Carolina, but don't get it twisted. Njoku is a tight end, but he has that raw athletic ability that he probably can line up on outside, and maybe Hugh Jackson envisions that as a type of safety net player for maybe a quarterback that they could select in the second round, maybe a Davis Webb if I was probably guessing on it. But that is the 3rd pick for the Cleveland Browns here in the first round. They got Myles Garrett. Thank God they didn't Cleveland Brown that. They got Jabril Peppers, which is, I don't know, I think that might be a lukewarm pick amongst the fan base, but it is a playmaker, a guy that has an identity on that defensive side of the ball, and maybe, even with what I think is somewhat limited coverage ability in the NFL level right now, could be the best safety on that roster. And then they went out and got a guy with an incredibly high ceiling at the tight end position, maybe even better than Evan Ingram. I personally do like Evan Ingram more, but Njoku has a higher potential to be a much more well-rounded tight end. I've seen a lot of pro comparisons to Greg Olsen, and if you tell the Cleveland Browns, and then in a year or two, you may have the second coming of Greg Olsen, they're going to go, sign me up, because Davis Webb will be able to hit that. But I think he's another added dimension to the receiving core there with Kenny Britt and Corey Coleman. So I think Browns fans should be overall satisfied with their haul here in the first round. Even though they didn't land Mitchell Trubisky, Mr. Biscuit, they did get plenty of playmakers, and at least they ended here with a guy that can help them out on the offensive side of the ball. So let me know in the comment section below, Brown fans, how you feel about the Njoku pick. I think it'll be well received, but who knows. And next up on the clock at pick 30 is the Pittsburgh Steelers, where surely they're going to be going outside linebacker, right?